Hi everybody, it's Nikki here. 안녕하세요. 저는 Nikki입니다. Today we're going to be talking about two things that very much go together. This week, Big Hit has released a list of fans who went onto their same flight through illegal ways, meaning they somehow managed to find out what flight BTS was on and managed to get seated right with them or near them. I've seen a video made by BTS's staff where as soon as the plane landed and the seatbelt things came on, or better off, they just took off because they knew that A, it's not good to be on the same plane illegally as the idols, and B, probably to just take more pictures. However, that's not the only bad thing, even though being a Sasaeng in general is not a good thing. The bad thing of that is that some of those fan sites have now gained an insanely amount of new followers. Please explain that to me. Please, really, like seriously, explain that to me. It doesn't make sense. To someone with a pretty good brain and intelligence, it makes no sense how a Sasaeng fan site can gain more followers by being exposed as being a Sasaeng. You know what that means for me? That all of those people that are now following a very obvious Sasaeng account are pretty much just the same. Because they know that these people will go to great lengths to get those pictures, and those people are just waiting for said pictures. So if you're one of those people following a Sasaeng account and you're fully aware that it is one, you're just as bad. You're also a Sasaeng in my eyes. I used to not have a very big issue with airport pictures. There's a way to do it if it was outside the airport, if you give them enough space, but being in the airport, being in the terminal, finding ways to get even closer, mobbing them, trying to touch them, all of that stuff, that's a big no-go. Even now we have, this past weekend, we had the SM Town event in Chile, and I've seen that some NCT fan sites were at the same layover as NCT 127. You know what that also means? That they were probably on the same damn flight. And no, that is not okay. Why would you invade their privacy like this? Like, I keep having to talk about this every few months because there's more and more crap coming on and more people doing things like this that in my eyes is absolutely not okay. You're a Sasaeng. If you're trying to get on the same flight as they are purposely, to then just to take pictures of them, not okay. EXO was mobbed. NCT Dream had a massive crowd around them when they were walking through Santiago, which also not okay. Some fans made a big line, were holding hands, trying to, get the crowd kind of in order. But it didn't help. They were still so close and they were being followed everywhere. Why do you think do some idols have major issues with crowds, have depression, social anxiety even, because of fans like that? And if you're willing to go to lengths like that to actually really go up to them this close and crowd them and all of that, you're no better than a Sasaeng. You're not any better. You're just one of them. And it's really upsetting me that, like, a few months back I made a video about Sasaengs. And a few months before that I made a video because it seems to not get into people's minds that it's not okay to follow them through the airport, to try to get on the same flight. I mean, if it's a coincidence, it's a damn coincidence. But to actually get all their flight information and just stalk them and wait for them at the airport for 10 hours or whatnot because you're not sure what time their flight gets there, it's not okay. Flying is a dirty thing. It is. No matter how long the flight is, you'd never smell great afterwards, unless you really wipe yourself clean in those tiny bathrooms there. It's exhausting. It absolutely is, and trust me, I've flown a lot to Germany, to Alaska, to Korea. I've had major length flights, and it was no fun. So the least thing they want is having fans just wait out them to have the camera in their faces. Yes, there's, again, a way to do it safely, and that is waiting outside giving tons of space to them so they can freely walk. And I think that makes them much happier to see fans this way than when you're throwing the camera into their face. Another thing that kind of made the news and ran through Twitter was that fan that was wearing the shortest of shorts in the whole wide world, walking besides BTS, just trying to get noticed. And BTS did the exact perfect thing that was ignoring her. And one of the managers may have shoved her just a little bit. But again, sorry, well deserved. Again, no, not really sorry. Because you should not be like that. There's still people, they still need, that little bubble of personal space. And because fans get like that, that's how a lot of idols then have depression and other mental disorders or social anxiety, panic attacks. Trust me, I don't do crowds. I have anxiety and I get panic attacks, and crowds freak me out. But not put yourself in a situation where they've lived all their lives being okay going through airports, and even when they first debuted, it wasn't that much. But as they gain more and more popularity, we've seen that with BTS. We're now seeing it with NCT 127 and Dream. The more popularity they're getting, it's getting worse and worse. The crowds get bigger and bigger. The crowds are more willing to go through lengths to, I don't know what they gain from this, but it's not okay. So again, this was my tiny, subtleish rant on Sasaengs and what you probably shouldn't do. But again, you're your own person. You need to make your decisions. Will I hate you for being a person like a Sasaeng? I totally will. So yes, please be respectful to all idols, no matter how far in their career they are, whether they're just starting out or whether they've been 15-year veterans. Be respectful to everybody, even the people surrounding you. Okay guys, don't forget to follow all my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and my website, howyoheaven.com. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell icon so you can get notified when I upload new videos. I love you guys. Sarangi. Bye-bye. Annyeong. Boing, boing.